All right, let's get down with it right now. Young Saints live in Toronto. How you guys doing?
Good, man. We're good. Just out here enjoying the weather.
Yeah, man. So what's it like out in Toronto right now? What kind of weather you got?
Right now it's pretty warm out here, which we haven't been used to because the other couple of weeks ago it was like hot and then it snowed randomly, but now it's back to that good spring summer weather. So we're trying to enjoy that for as long as we can right now. Sun's shining. It's blessed.
Yeah, man. Same here, man. We've had a little blast of sun, but it's weird because like the same thing. I remember just a while ago it was same kind of thing, like snowy and bad weather. Now, but it's nice, man. It's nice to have a bit of a summer breeze, man.
Oh yeah, it makes you. Your spirits are up. You just feel better. You want to go do stuff. Want to go outside, have a barbecue, bump some music, enjoy yourself. So it's what the summertime brings.
All right, man. So to be honest with you guys, like Young Saints, like even I don't know so much about you, so it'd be great to get into like a little bit of a backstory of how you guys. Obviously, there's two of you, so we need to hear from both of you. But like, how did you guys get into the scene as to where you are now, kind of thing?
I've known my brother Kadeen. We're not blood brothers, but we might as well be. We grew up together in the church. We've known each other our entire lives. Our moms are close and everything. And we just, at the age of like 11 or 12, we were listening to the radio, and we just wanted to find music that we can relate to, something that sounded like us. And we just said, if we can't find it, let's just make it. So we started doing that, and for the past like 10 years now, we've just been going hard, seriously taking it seriously, and we've just been pushing, trying to change the culture and make music that represents people that we know and like us, the demographic and stuff.
Yeah, man, that sounds cool. So you've been going hard, and it's always been kind of like you had Jesus in your life the whole time as well, kind of thing?
Yeah, man. I mean, we grew up in the east side of Toronto, Scarborough to be more specific, and we've had friends, that have been in jail, been in some rough parts of their lives, done certain stuff. We've always been close to them. We never shun anyone that we know that does anything, because boys are boys. You grow up together. Some people they go left with it, some people go right with it. So we've just always kept close to it. But we've always had our background in the church. Our moms are heavily involved in the church. So you know how that goes. Even when we stray away, you have a praying mother that still always tries to pull you back. And so since that was always a constant part of our lives, we never fully turned away. And even if we would go outside and do our own thing, we always knew how to reel it back. And our music reflects that. It's just the truth of regular guys, that have a background in the church.
Yeah, man, that sounds really good, man. That you guys are, proper best friends kind of thing. Did you guys literally grow up as in the same kind of school and stuff when you were younger?
Yeah, different schools. Oh, well, until we hit college, we went to the same college, we were in the same class, which kind of was good and bad for us because eventually teachers tried to separate us because we're so in sync all the time. That can either be good because you can get things done, or bad because you fool around a lot of jokes, and especially when you're in school, but you want to focus on music. You know how that goes. Your mindset is, school's important and everything, but we're like, yo, let's really push this music. Let's get to the music, and it can kind of be distracting trying to do both. But we found a way to manage it and graduate.
Yeah, man. And what kind of age did you actually decide to, jump into it properly?
We maybe about. Right after we graduated, we said, okay, cool, let's just really focus pushing the music as hard as possible. We're like, okay, cool. There's a school thing, as a young black man out here trying to do it, get the schooling to make your mom happy and get the education because you need that out here. But your heart's really in the rap game, so we're like, all right, let's just focus, get this finished, and once we do that, to kind of please our mom and have that education on our back have all that done. We're like, okay, cool, let's go full force into it. So for the past, I'd say about 5 years, we've really been going hard with the music, and we've been seeing, the fruits of our labor have been showing through so far. So it's been good. It's been good.
Yeah, man. I mean, I saw, I think you shared with me one of your videos or two, and yeah, man, they look very dope. Like, I can't remember which track it was. Maybe you can tell me, but it's the one that it kind of looked like a street scene. You had the people lined up, you had a few nice cars there and stuff. But it definitely came to me thinking, you're trying to reach out and touch, anybody could listen to your music, kind of thing. Like it wasn't segregated to say like you couldn't really like put a tag on it to say, you know, that is that. It's open. Would that be right in saying that?
Yeah, that's been our goal from like day one. To be honest with you, like we never wanted to be those guys where it's like, it's only for this people because you got to be this type of person and you have to do this and you have to read this amount of scripture. There's always, the music is for everybody. And that was our main goal from the day one. Because we didn't like that music where it's like, you listen to it, if you don't listen to it, then you feel guilty for not listening to it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. And that's the best thing. I think that it's, you know what I mean, you can reach far more people with that theology of thinking like, you know what I mean, to be relevant in what you're doing and just be able to touch anybody and it's also good for you because then you're not getting tagged by anything, are you?
Yeah, definitely. Well, I mean, look at how music has like turned in today's day and age. Look at Chance the Rapper, Kanye West, Kendrick Lamar, God's Plan by Drake, Stormzy, you know, with his album with Prayer. Like everybody's kind of bridging the gap now. And so it's almost like a cool thing to mention God in your music. We were doing it from time, like way before these guys, but now it's like the trend. So you're doing this on all public stages, and nobody's putting you in a box anymore. We were never trying to be in a box because pretty much, like I was saying before, we grew up in the church. Our families in the church. We still live regular lives. We've still been living regular lives, but we don't shun away from either one. And I think that's the best way to relate because guys that are locked up in the bin, they need prayer just like the man that goes to church every Sunday. So we can relate to both sides. Yeah,
man, that's really good, man. And you mentioned Stormzy. So like, are you guys aware of like UK music then?
Yeah. Listen, I grew up like my whole family is big on the UK scene. And part of the reason why there's a lot of parallels between UK and Toronto, mainly like a lot of the slang that we use. I remember I used to watch Top Boy growing up, and like my cousin, he actually introduced me to like a whole bunch of different people between like Stormzy. There was a whole bunch of other ones, Black Boys, Skepta. There was a few guys that we definitely kind of grew up on, and kind of, to be honest with you, like ever since kind of Drake went down there and picked up with some of the guys out there as well, a lot of the music out there is played out here in Toronto as well. So.
Oh yeah, a lot of it. If you just look at it, just touching back on Stormzy, just what we were saying, his album Gang, Saintz, and Prayer, like that's the exact correlation of what we do. You know, he's not shunning away from like he kind of puts both of them into one world. You have both of them together, which is like more of the conscious stuff that we like to do as well. But like Steve was saying, having Drake out there really being on the scene, now mans are really getting out there and really listening to grind more. Plus, we linked up. We have a track with a guy from the UK called Double S. I don't know if you've ever heard of him. He was part of a group called the Marvel Boys. When we went out there, we were in France, and we linked up with him, and we have a track. So, yeah, we put out for the UK. It's booming.
Yeah, man, it definitely is, man. The grime scene over here is definitely making moves, man. So, yeah, like you guys would put yourself in the same box then, like, as in irrelevancy to be able to reach people, I guess.